Is we're going to go through a little workshop that was created in Ohio, according to Albert, by a series of workshops they had there on meditation. I'd just like to give you a little preamble. Meditation, and a meditative experience is an individual experience for everyone. We're not trying to endorse any type or form of meditation today. All we're trying to do is get everybody to enjoy that meditative experience together today. I found for me, one of the most important things about meditation is to maintain a passive attitude. What happens a lot of times during meditation is your mind throws in all those distorted thoughts and different things to clutter up meditation. Meditation to me is concentrating or focusing on one thing and only one thing at a time. And what happens is my mind tries to throw a cog in the wheel and pops up a few thoughts, passing thoughts, while I'm trying to concentrate. And what I have to do is, instead of saying, "Oh shit, I'm thinking about this," and then, "Oh wow, that's really terrible," and then instead of concentrating on the thought that came up, I just have to passively let it go. Just allow that thought to be and then dismiss it. And I find that works pretty well, and I find that meditation grows as I continue to practice it for a longer period of time. I become better. My mind doesn't throw up those thoughts anymore. It quiets. It gives up because I'm not fighting them anymore. I'm not engaging my mind in battle. Therefore, it stops fighting. We're going to experience some meditation. This format goes over different the steps of Narcotics Anonymous and gives us time to meditate on it. According to Albert, I guess it should last around 45 minutes. Half an hour? Okay. So, I guess we can begin. We should begin by sitting upright in a comfortable position. Close your eyes and begin to become aware of your breathing. Breathe in slowly, then exhale gently, trying to keep an even rhythm. Now tighten the muscles in your forehead for a few seconds, then relax them. Do the same with your eyes and eyelids while keeping the rhythm of your breathing unbroken. Now your facial muscles. Tighten. And relax. Become aware of the muscles in your neck, and when you relax them, feel the tension flowing out of your body as you exhale. Now your chest. Move down to your stomach and abdominal muscles, tightening for a few seconds. Now relax. Next, do the same with your upper back muscles. Now, your lower back muscles. Now, tighten the muscles in your thighs while breathing deeply and evenly. Now, relax. Move down to your feet. Now, tighten every muscle in your body at once and relax. Now, with your body completely relaxed, let your tongue rest and float loosely in your mouth. Now, just concentrate on your breathing, in and out, letting the tension leave your body. You may find your mind wandering. Don't fight this from happening. Rather, bring your concentration gently back to your breathing and relax. Now, I want you to picture yourself at the bottom of some stairs. Not just any stairs, but 12 steps made of beautiful white marble. And on the face of each step, where you place your feet, inlaid in gold, is written one of the 12 steps of Narcotics Anonymous. Picture yourself in a dense fog so that all you can see is the step you are about to take. Now, step up on the first step, and as you do, read what it says. We admitted we were powerless over our addiction, that our lives had become unmanageable. Feel and see yourself admitting powerlessness and unmanageability. Step up to the second step, reading the gold lettering through the misty fog. We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Take a moment to experience the hope that you feel from taking this step. For now, you have hope that things will be better. Now, step up to the third step and read, we made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Realize within yourself the comfort and security in knowing that you are being cared for. Now, the fourth step. We made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. See yourself being completely honest. There may be some uneasiness, but your hunger for more awareness of truth makes you eager to go on. Now, picture yourself moving up to the fifth step and reading. We admit it to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. The fog is beginning to thin now, but vision is still misty. Up above, at the top of the marble stairs, you can just make out a large white wall with a huge door. moving up to the 6th step, we were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. You can feel the hope and expectancy of being relieved of the fears and resentments that keep you from being everything you want to be. Now, picture yourself stepping up to and standing on the 7th step. We humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. Feel the relief of those burdens of self-centeredness being lifted from your consciousness. Experience the fresh, clean feeling of knowing that just for today you are at one with your inner source. Now, step up to the 8th step. We made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Standing there, feel the same love, understanding, compassion, and forgiveness for everyone that you may have had troubles with in the past, as you have learned to have for yourself on this journey. It is only from letting love flow out of us that we can receive it back in abundance. Now, see yourself standing on the 9th step. We made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. Feel the humility gained from being totally honest without justification. You have a feeling of emptiness, but not from lack, rather the emptiness of a great weight that you've been carrying for a long time, suddenly being lifted from your consciousness. Now, the mist is only waist high, and you can see that the wall is made of the same beautiful white marble as the steps, and the big door is made of fine, polished mahogany with shining gold hinges and handle. The fog seems to swirl at the level of the floor at the top of the stairs as you move up to the 10th step. We continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. Standing here, you experience freedom. Freedom in knowing that although you try your best, you don't have to be perfect. It's okay to make mistakes, because you possess the tools to rectify them. Freedom to be yourself today. Now, step up to the 11th step. We sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. Standing here, you feel secure and confident in all decisions that face you in life, for you are receiving guidance, not from knowledge gained outside yourself, but from that inner source that knows your every need. Knowing that you are being guided, you take the 12th step. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of those steps, we tried to carry this message to addicts and to practice these principles in all our affairs. Standing here, you feel perfect, unconditional love flowing through you and out to everyone you come in contact with. You understand the joy of being both teacher and student at the same time. Now, you are standing in front of the big mahogany door with the fog swirling around your feet. When you step through the door, I want you to create a sanctuary in your mind, a place where you can feel totally at peace with yourself and your surroundings. What it is and what it looks like is entirely up to you. For some, it may be a room with comfortable furniture and a fireplace. For others, a sandy beach by the ocean, or a golden meadow, a mountaintop, or a garden with all kinds of flowers in it. It should be a place that you will want to return to often, and a place where you can enjoy solitude or be able to invite in anyone you want. Above all, this sanctuary will be your special place where you can go to hear that inner voice of guidance, to become God-centered. Now, open the huge, heavy door and step through. Take a few minutes to create your sanctuary. Smell and enjoy the odors in the air. Picture yourself touching objects and enjoying the beauty of your surroundings. Feel the special love and peace that exists here, and know that it exists for your pleasure. Friend to this place. Your friend can be anyone you choose, man or woman, real or imagined, living or dead. Someone that you will have complete faith and trust in. You can share anything and everything with your friend without fear of being judged. Someone so close that you're eager to share your sanctuary with them. Picture the kind face and loving eyes of your friend as the two of you laugh and share this beautiful place together. Your friend looks at you with love and understanding and says, I know that there are some things within you limiting your recovery and happiness. If you will tell me what they are, I will hold them for you, so you won't have to carry them anymore. Now, picture yourself telling your friend what those roadblocks in your recovery are, without any fear or embarrassment whatsoever. Your friend embraces you, says, "I love you," and tells you that you can leave this place without the burdens you came in with, for they are now in the care of someone else. You can only have them back if you want them. Your friend promises to come back whenever you ask and will leave any time you want. Now, you decide to say goodbye to each other. It's time for you to leave this tranquil place of love and peace. See yourself back in front of the large mahogany door. When you open the door this time, instead of taking all of your strength to move it, the door is as light as a feather, for all weight has been lifted from your consciousness. As you step through the doorway and look down towards the 12 stairs, you notice the fog is completely gone and that everything is clear. For you have seen and experienced truth. Now you are descending the steps. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now you pause on the last step. Turn around facing the marble wall and big door. Take some time to reflect on what has just happened and feel the gratitude for finding such a wonderful place, knowing that you can and will be returning many times. Slowly, at your own pace, open your eyes gradually and end your meditation. Just let yourself slowly become aware of your surroundings. I'd like to thank everyone for sharing this meditative experience with me. It was more relaxing than the 6 hours of sleep I had last night. And I'd like to thank Albert for helping me out with the music and the format. Thanks. I'll turn the meeting back over to Lisa.
I'm still an addict named Lisa. Hi, family. Well, like Mike said, it was more relaxing, and I don't know, I only slept for 2 hours because I was tossing and turning, and what I eventually ended up doing was trying some meditation techniques to fall asleep, and it did work, even though it didn't work until 4:30 in the morning. But I feel pretty good right now, even though this heat in here is outrageous. I don't know, for me, this is a real neat experience. I feel rejuvenated. I practice meditation, but I don't put enough time into it as I would like. As with the 12 steps, I believe that you should practice meditation on a daily basis to gain the maximum benefits from it. And I know it works for me. It calms my nerves. It takes rid of the stress. And I really enjoy doing this kind of thing. I think maybe 20 minutes out of my day is worth it for me today. And one day I'll strive for that. I'll be able to achieve that in my life. But for today, when I say my prayers, I guess that's, what God wants me to do for right now. I'd like to open up the floor for discussion if anyone would like to come up and share. No one. Albert, how about you?
I'm an addict named Albert.
Hi, Albert.
Originally, I was supposed to be the narrator. But one thing recovery's taught me is that when we need help, we need to ask for help. And I have a condition with my throat that kind of prevents me from speaking clearly for any length of time without clearing my throat. And I felt that it would be in our best interests if I got somebody who I knew could narrate without having to clear their throat for every 5 minutes. That's just some of the simple things that we have to deal with in life, on life's terms. As far as this meditation was concerned, I really enjoy it. I've had this format not for a great deal of time, but I've had the tapes and I've been working on the formats. And it's important for me. I've been to meditation classes before I had been in recovery, and one of the things about anything that I've ever tried before I got to Narcotics Anonymous is that it didn't help me stay clean. So what happened was, one of the first things I wanted to do when I got into recovery was I wanted to start meditation workshops. And this workshop is, I'm glad to say that this workshop is not a result of my will. This just kind of happened, and my being here, I had nothing to do with my being here either. I was volunteered, and because what happened was, when I was a newcomer, like I said, I wanted to have meditation workshops, because in our basic text and in our readings, there's a lot of talk about the prayer and the meditation that is part of recovery. So I thought that I probably knew just about everything there was to know about meditation, and found out that I was wrong. Because I've learned a lot since I've been in recovery. I've learned that I don't have to meditate for hours. I can meditate for 5 minutes and get the same benefits. Anyway, my sponsor, I shared my desires with my sponsor, and he pointed to my basic text and said, read that first. And I got up to a part of the text called the 11th step. And I found that if we want to endorse any kind of meditation, that it's a violation of our principles and our traditions. So I just had to kind of sit back and wait. And these meditations that are being presented during this weekend have all come directly from addicts and from the 12 steps and the basic text of recovery. There isn't any part of these that is outside of our basic text, with the exception of maybe the relaxation part, and that's kind of a generic relaxation process. I think there's 5 of these meditation formats. There's only 2 being presented at this ConvenFERENCE. Altogether, there's I think 5, and some of the formats are still being worked on. I have them on tape, but I need to sit down with a headset on and transcribe them. And it's really been a pleasure for me to do this, to finally have one of my dreams awakened, and to be able to present a healthy meditation that I know it's helped me, and I hope it's going to help you enough in your recovery that you'll feel the same benefits that I have. So how about one of you coming on up, and Victor?
Hi, I'm an addict. My name's Neil.
Hi, Neil.
Oh, I was falling asleep there. I had to get up. I got a little bit of experience with this. A friend of mine from Allentown, about a year ago, I got some of these tapes, and I practiced them for a few months, and it was really, really nice. I tend to have slipped away from it for the past almost a year now. The benefits that I got from it, and I'm real glad this was here today, because it made me realize I should get back to it again. I don't know. In my addiction, I was never really someone to listen to anything or anybody, and I was taught that there's a difference between prayer and meditation, where prayer is like when I pray in the morning to the God of my understanding, that's praying, and when I'm listening is meditation. And when I was getting into this, I started to feel a little more serenity and a little more, I think, of the God from within. And it helped me in a lot of different ways. When I was at meetings, and I could tend to be in a meeting and not hear half of what's going on sometimes, because I'm in my own head. And it helped me really listen to what happens in a meeting, what people are sharing, and really listen to each person sharing, their experience, strength, and hope, or whatever they're going through that day. And it made me feel more part of a meeting. And I mean, just that alone, I really think listening itself is a gift that we get. And, you know, it's something that I had to practice on because, you know, I could tend not to listen. And just there's like a warm feeling I got when I was with this for a few months. I started off in the morning and I took like 45 minutes and I put it aside, and I did this for a few months and I felt great. And I tend to just slip away from it, and you know, I'm really glad this was here because it let me know I should get back into this again. I had the tapes at home and they've just been sitting there. I think someone used to say, I heard someone say this in Philly, when you're in your own head, it's like being in the wrong neighborhood talking to an asshole. And I can do that a lot with myself. And it just helps me from like staying in my own head and really being a part of, you know, and not apart from. And this was meant for me. It's really time for me to get back into it, and that's what I'm going to start doing. And that's all I got. Thanks for letting me share.
Thanks for sharing.
Hi, my name's Lynn. I'm an addict.
Hi, Lynn.
I want to thank you. That was awesome. I had gotten into meditation for, I don't know, 7 months with a woman that does seminars, and she's really been into it for a long time. And it's something I hadn't never done before in my life. And after a while, I found that I was a lot more peaceful and a lot calmer. And for the past 4 months, I'd say, I've gotten away from it, and I knew that I needed to get back into it. But when I would try it on my own, just one day when I would sit down, I realized that I had no concentration left, and I let it go long enough that I had no I couldn't calm my mind down, and it was this morning. I was really looking forward to coming to this. I was hoping that you were going to do something with meditation, and I found myself on a few of the steps getting really anxious and feeling uncomfortable, and it's because it was bringing things up in my life that are going on and I'm having a hard time dealing with, and it made me realize that it's because I'm afraid of them. And after I got to a point where I just wanted to get up and leave the room, and I just sat there and realized, stop fighting it, and when I did, it was okay, and then I became calmer again and brought myself back, and now I know that this is something that I need to resume in my life. And thanks.
Hello, family. My name's Candace, and I'm an addict from New Hampshire.
Hi, Candace.
It's great to be here this morning. I've been doing meditation for 13 and a half years now, which is about the amount of time I have in this program. And there's a story that somebody told me when I first came in that fit my life exactly and still does when I lay it down. There's a person who's running as hard as they can, as fast as they can, across all landscape, scratched shins, briars, everything, tons of pain. And that's me, and as I look back, behind me, the reason I'm running is something is going to catch me in the dark. And all I know, I can't see it, all I know is I'm terrified. And then I'm running as hard as I can run, and I can't run anymore. And it gets closer and closer and closer. And I'm going to die from it, and there's nothing I can do. And I fall over a cliff, and I'm hanging onto a branch by one hand, and I'm crying because I know as I look down the edge of the cliff at the ground beneath me that every horror in my imagination is in that abyss, and I'm going to fall into it forever and probably not die but stay alive and live in it, because that's what drugs did to me. And I scream for help for the first time in my life, and a higher power reaches down and says, take my hand, lean on me. And for the first time, looking down at the pit, looking up, I lean. But before I lean, I say, as we probably all did, is there another way? Because, higher power is really neat, but if there's another way, I don't have to make that commitment. But finally, as the branch starts to fail, I have to lean. I have no choice, and I lean. And I fall into loving hands that hold me, that cradle me, and save me from the abyss, from the monsters in my mind, from my past, from my fears of other people, from everything I thought that life held for me, and give me what is real, and that is a life of service that God has promised me. And every morning when I get up, I can again see myself hanging from that branch, and I can make a decision to hang from that branch, to know that monster's going to get me, or I can make a decision to put my life into this hand that cradles my whole being. And any time during the day when I take it back and find myself at that branch one more time, looking into the hells of my mind, with my fears of the future and decisions to make, I can again let go and surrender and lean back. For me, that is my meditation. Sometimes I have to do it 300 times a day, I swear, over and over and over, because when fear and doubt and insecurity enter my mind, I'm running from my monsters again, hanging from that branch. I learned that I expected nothing but at all and got relief from all those horrors, but I got more than that. When I came into this program 13 and a half years ago, I sat in an electric wheelchair with hands that were so distorted I couldn't move them, and I was blind. At this point in time, I limp because I have metal in my hips. But outside of that, through this program, through the meditations, everything has been restored. And for that, I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Norman. I'm an addict.
Hi, Norm.
I guess this is the first time I could appreciate something that I saw in the New Yorker magazine. You see a picture of a knight in shining armor, and he's ready to fight a dragon, and the little thing on the bottom says, "No, not today, please." So, for the first time in quite a while, I guess it's one of the few things I got out of this meditation thing is that it takes two people to have a fight. And if one guy doesn't react, the other one doesn't. And I was under the illusion that every time this guy got up, I had to get my sword and my shield out and start fighting with this guy. All the time. And, I'll tell you, it was a nice place being there. I live in a city that's ruled by stress. And if anybody's ever been in downtown Manhattan in the middle of rush hour, enough said. And I'm going back there. This is where I work. And I drive for a living. So I got to deal with the craziness and the insanity and the people who don't want to hear it, and the horns and the people screaming and the bums trying to bum quarters off you, and the hookers and the weirdos and the freaks and somebody trying to break into the van and everything else. And I'm going to have to take this with me, literally. I just find that when I'm able to relax a little bit, everything around me seems a lot better. And maybe at first I still pick up my sword and fight a little bit, but after a while I kind of just let it go. And I think I could handle the city for about 8 hours or so, and then I can go home. And that's the reason I took the offer I got right now. I got an hour to go crazy and then 8 hours to relax. And hopefully with this meditation I can cut that down a lot. For an example, the first time I drove my van in the city, I wore out my horns in 2 weeks. So, I hope my horns last a little bit longer this time. very short on patience and quick temper. So I think it's time to hide the cassette somewhere in the truck, and when things get a little crazy, just drag the tape out a little bit. And, thank you. It was real good. Two things, when you ask for help, you need it. And one of them I needed was how to tighten and loosen your muscles up, and I also like to know who the artist was who was doing the. It was very relaxing. I mean, I'm into new age music a lot, but. Good together. Thanks. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Phil. I'm a drug addict.
Hi, Phil.
I never talk, so my heart's going a mile a minute. Something I feel strongly about. My mind races wicked. I feel like a big sponge sometimes. Everything around me, I just absorb. People talking, jobs, situations, friendships. It's like I remember everything, and it goes around in my head, around in my head. So I've been reading a lot of books lately, trying to find something to take that away, and I've created visualization. Yeah, thank you. I've been trying to practice that, and I can do the visual part, but I've never taken the time by myself to actually go into a meditation like that. It's I don't know whether it's laziness or I don't know. It's probably a lot easier when more people are around. It's for me, anyways. And it was quite an experience. I'm gonna go sit down. I'm nervous enough. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing. I'm still an addict named Lisa. Hi, everyone. Well, our time is just about up. I'd like to thank everyone for sharing and being a part of my recovery today. With that, we have a nice way of closing.